We are live.
Woohoo!
So, yes, I am so excited. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've ever done this with another medium. Stephen the medium here. Debbie's here, and I have been waiting as Debbie and I were just talking before we went live that I have been waiting all damn weekend for Sunday night at 7 p.m. Seriously. So I can't wait for the people to come in. I can't wait to just chat with people, do readings. And the best part, Debbie, is to have you with me or me with you, whichever. We're right. I mean, it's a good thing. Did the sharing work?
I'm on it right now. I love that people are logging on. So as you guys log on, tell us where you're from. Where you from? Check in.
Hey, and there's Christy and Stacy and Sil, my girl from Canada, is here. I love this, and I love that we get to do this. And what the hell else you got to do on a Sunday night? But come see Stephen the Medium and Blondie here, right? It's so good. It's very good. So Tampa, Florida. Wow, Christy, Tampa and Toronto's in the house. And Heather is our gal or my gal from Massachusetts. I keep thinking, Debbie, you're in Massachusetts, and it's so wild that I'm from Rhode Island. I'm in Massachusetts. You're in Rhode Island. You're from Rhode Island. So it's kind of wild. So
I love that we have all of these similarities and crazy synchronicities. Synchronicities.
I know, and I love that people are Kimberly Coles from Rhode Island. So here's a Providence boy, and you're going to hear the Rhode Island accent, right? For anyone who's coming in that knows. And let me just tell you, Debbie, that one of my best friends, Karen, that my mother-in-law calls her Rubia, which is Spanish for Blondie. She just put here, wait a minute, I'm Blondie. I think we're gonna have to have a battle. Just saying.
I bet you she didn't end up at a naval base.
So listen, everybody, this is the best story ever, right? So we finally coordinate a date that I have never met Debbie in person since Friday, right? We've never met in person.
No, we've never met in person. We met 2 years ago, and we're both local, right? So it's crazy.
Both from Rhode Island. And even though I'm in Massachusetts now, I'm on Cape Cod. So we set this up, and my husband and I are waiting and waiting and waiting.
As Stephen's husband is an amazing cook, amazing chef, amazing, and so they're waiting on me because I'm supposed to be there at 5.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. I'm saying waiting and waiting like it was like the next day. It wasn't. But finally, I see a phone call coming in, and it's Debbie. And I'm thinking, oh, she's probably just right around the corner. And she tells me, where were you, Debbie?
I said, Stephen, I can't find you. I pulled up at a naval base, and this guy all full of regalias was like this. And I looked at him and I go, he's like, ma'am, you are at a naval base. And he said, I had a feeling I wasn't at my friend's house for dinner. That's really what I'm looking for. I'm looking for their house.
Oh my God. That is a first for us. And I just said to Debbie, this is going to be a conversation piece. When I retire, it's going to be a conversation piece because it's so funny. But oh my God, Debbie, I love that so many people are here and coming on and just saying hi and where they're from.
Yeah.
And Vicky from Connecticut, Kathy says hi, Stephen and Debbie. I love it. Did you share it?
I did. I'll double check, but I think I did. And Michael, my friend Michael Christopher is on. And he said, I hear you're a fabulous cook. Yeah, not. That's like he knows the joke. He knows that I'm the 100% Italian girl that does not cook. And Michael, they spoiled me. Stephen's husband cooked from scratch. It's mind blowing. It was so unbelievably good. Oh my God. We had
right down to the Debbie, what were they? Like the moon pies, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yes. Whatever they're called.
Whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies, right? Yeah, and he makes them from scratch, and then if it's not great enough, well, let me just add chips of. He's banging Oreos. I'm like, yes. What? I mean, how I'm not 700 pounds, I have no idea. Seriously.
Like you said, this is why we run.
Every day, almost every day. So And Naka, hello from Florida. I love everybody is here. And this is
Oh.
going to be a great night. If you want to be in a place that your energy is automatically going to be lifted, not just because me and Debbie, but just because of you guys, you're in the right place.
Yes.
Right? I mean, seriously, and we're going to get to do some readings, and I love that. You know, my good friend Karen, the AKA Other Blondie, just said Elix is the freaking best cook, and she's an amazing cook too. So some
Is she
people that
really?
have had, Karen is incredible. So
Oh.
I love it. Hi Ida, and hi Sheila, and everybody who's here.
Yes.
So.
Hi, Sheila. So many beautiful people. I love it.
Yes, I love it too. So Debbie, let's for people
Dive right in.
Yeah, people that don't know you and people that may not know me, why don't you start and tell people?
Okay, sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Debbie Squazzaro, psychic medium. Here's the Cliff Notes version of my story. I like to say. The Cliff Notes version of my story. I started to see, sense, and feel spirit at 6. I would tell my mom, close the door, my closet door. People would come out. It would look like those floaty ghost figures, that you see on the shows. And I now know they were beautiful deceased loved ones. And just through my teens and 20s, people would just tell me their deepest, darkest things, and I'd be like, oh my God, why do you tell me these things? And they would tell me I give them good advice. I now know the advice came from above. It was being channeled to me. And in my 20s, I really got into tarot and having my cards read. My early 30s, I was going through a very emotional time in my life where this really just kind of opened up big. And I dreamt very vividly of my beautiful deceased people. And it was that woman in my 30s that I went to go see, who's local here in Rhode Island, who really explained to me what was going on and told me that, this came from both sides of my family. And if I wanted to go forward and to, develop it, I could. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I can help people on that level. So I took every class and workshop I could from her. And I just kept, I know now that I sat in Development Circle. I was telling Stephen this weekend, I said, I didn't know what that was 20 years ago. That was Development Circle. So I sat, and then I started reading for people, and I get a lot of messages through song. I'm referred to as the singing medium. So right now, I just want to say to you, one thing leads to another. So one thing led to another. I was a school teacher for 23 years. Like Stephen's an attorney. I was a school teacher for 23 years. About 2 years ago, again, I had another life-changing event. I had a stress-induced mental and emotional breakdown, which now I can tell you was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because it was spirit trying to tell me that I was not on my path and I needed to leave teaching and pursue my healing work full time. So my last song, Here I Am, Baby, a little UB40 for you guys, but yeah, so here I am. And I get to, I will say all the time that I don't work a job anymore. I get to live my passion every day and meet and just work with people like Stephen, who are just so heart-centered and authentic and beautiful. And so I feel grateful. So that's my Cliff Notes story. How I got here. So
it's so, when you told Elix and I Friday night, it was just you just pulled us right in, Debbie. Really, it's just pretty incredible hearing that story and that how life works, right? And all I thought was how lucky you are to be a person to be able to find that passion, because just from doing so many readings, I know a lot of people just never do, for many reasons, for a multitude of reasons. So
true, Stephen.
So your story is amazing, Debbie.
As yours is. So
well, mine is, I'm Stephen, I'm a medium. So that's it. I'm done.
There is so much more to this story.
No, so Cliff Note version, the same thing is that I didn't know I was a medium. I didn't know I was a psychic. Didn't know anything up until 2010. I had a traumatic event in my life at 8 years old. My dad committed suicide, which really, just changed my entire life. As even at 8 years old, knowing that I was different. I don't know if at 8 I could tell I was gay. but in any case, I knew I was different. And of course, I just that led me to feel as if my dad did this because of me, because I have a brother, and just thought, well, maybe I wasn't good enough. He knew he was different. I was different. So that kind of went with me for a long period of time. And then in 2010, me and my husband went to a medium, and I was praying that she was going to bring my dad through, praying. And I got there, and she walked up to me, and I was the first one right out of the gate. She looked at me. She said, "What's your name?" And I said, "Stephen." And she said, "You're a medium, and you don't know it." Turned around and walked away and never came back. And that literally is the condensed version. And it just started. I did my first reading the end of 2014, which wasn't like a formal reading. It was a guy that came to fix our garage, and it was like one word, and that was it. And then it just started opening up. And it was sort of like, we have a lot of similarities, Debbie, even though they're not exact paths.
Yes.
And I'll tell you, the thing I love about telling my story is that people have to look at me. No, I'm kidding. The thing I love about telling my story is that anybody can have this. People that, like, students that come to me, they're not good at, like, they're not satisfied if I say everyone's intuitive, because they're in my class because they know everyone's intuitive. That's why they're in my class, right? They want to turn up the dial. And what I love about telling my story is that never, ever fear that this can't open up. Never, ever think that you have this gift that's been dormant, because look at me. I'm like 150 years old, and all of a sudden I'm a medium, right? I mean, seriously, I had no idea. And now I have my own radio show. I just filmed a documentary, Lady of the Dunes, which just came out this past April. We have a Steelix, the series. If you go to YouTube, my YouTube channel, you get to see that. And as a matter of fact, the third episode is dropping Thursday. So I'm really excited about that. So that's my story. And then I am with my husband, and in April, we will be 30 years together.
Congratulations, Stephen. That's beautiful.
And you met him, Debbie, and you can
I
see
did.
why.
He's amazing. And the two of you together are amazing. You have a beautiful love and a beautiful relationship. It's amazing to watch and to see, and you can just see you support each other, you care about each other. Even when when we talked about the story in detail, the non-Cliff Notes version, and it's just amazing to have somebody like that in your life. It's beautiful. And 30 years, that's so.
Yeah, I can't believe it either, Debbie, that it's going to be 30 years. And one thing that I'll just say quickly is that I always try to give people something to go away with, right? Like, I love doing readings, but if I'm doing a reading and someone, it says something to me about they get a sign, I try to give them something else that they can sort of open that up and get more signs without being in front of us. Not that I want to put us out of business, Debbie, because I love people coming to us, and I know they still will come to us. But one thing I tell people is that if you get a sign, so say you're out and you've lost your mom, and it's been several years, and your mom either said to you, or you just know that she comes to you through Cardinal, say, and that you're walking by yourself, you just wherever, you say you're in nature, and a cardinal comes flying by and comes like really close to you and flies right by, and that was your mother, and you get goose pimples, and you're like, Ma, that's our sign. Thank you. Do not get out of that sign awareness place, because what so many people do is that they get so excited, they take themselves out of the present. I got to tell my girlfriend, I got to tell my dad, I got to tell my brother, and then if you're in that frequency, and I always say the word frequency means you're free to see spirit, sort of. And if you're in the frequency that you see that sign, there's always almost guaranteed another sign coming right near that time frame. So keep your eyes open. Say, thank you for that cardinal, but where else? I know there's something else coming. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, Debbie.
Oh, well, yeah, like today. No, I do. I experience it frequently, and especially today. Oh gosh, Stephen and I have come to the conclusion that our grandma. Well, first, let me back up and say, your story I love the fact that how you had innocently no idea that
No.
you had any of this. Wait, and the best part was Stephen also has somebody in his family as well. That's another, like, we have so many common threads. So he also has a person in his family as well. So it's just so, like we said, the similarities are so crazy good.
That night, Debbie, was that night. Oh, and by the way, I'm an attorney also, by the way. That's just one secret sort of side thing. Yeah, I'm an attorney. Yeah.
It's just a little part of your life, right? Just a little something.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little thing. But those connections Friday night, both of us were almost falling off our seat when we were sitting and chatting and talking and you know, I'll at least tell one that I was talking about my dad, but I never mentioned his name, right? About my dad committing suicide and whatnot. And then finally, Debbie, you in conversation said something about you were out somewhere and someone went up to your dad and said, Bill, is that blah, blah, blah. And then I looked at Elix and I'm like, oh, please tell me her father is not Bill. Because my dad's Bill. And it was one thing after another, right? I mean,
yes, from house numbers to neighborhoods to it was so incredibly amazing and like just there's no denying it. I'm supposed to be in your life. You're supposed to be mine. There's no denying that. It was so strong. And then Stephen, my grandmother's number to me is 222. And so when I was at Stephen's house, he said, oh, Debbie, now how funny is this? Now my grandmother's number to me is, 333. And then here I was. Now I must tell you, I made it home okay. I did not go back to the naval base. I got Waze and I put home. So I got home. It was all good.
Thank God.
But I went over the bridge to go to the Cape. You have to go over bridge. So I went over the bridge. I no sooner went over the bridge. I'm on the highway. I'm in the middle lane. I look to the right and there's a car beside me with the number 333. And I went, oh my gosh. Like, does it get any better? Does it get any better? Oh.
And the other number, Debbie, was that, Debbie's telling me about that, she asked me where I grew up, and I said off Mount Pleasant Avenue in Providence. And she's like, wait a minute, my mother and my grandmother, the grandmother that's connected to you, lived right around the corner. So I'm like, and I know the street. As a kid, I used to go by that street all the time. And I said to Debbie, what number? So I was I probably wouldn't have remembered, but it would have given me an idea of what part of the street it was. So Debbie says, I don't remember. Let me check with my mom. So her mom texts her and it's 42. The house I grew up in Providence is 42. And today we're driving. And this is just like incredible signs. We're driving on the highway and a license plate that I made Elix almost kill me and him, because I'm like, I don't care what you have to do. Go in and out of lanes, go to the breakdown lane, get back behind that car because I need to take a picture of it. And the license plate 4242. It was like both our grandmothers giving this validation. I snapped a picture and I texted it to Debbie. So yeah.
And I was blown away. Away. Because on my way to the beach today, I saw my grandmother's number going down and then Stephen's grandmother's number coming home. And then I saw the name of his street. I took a different way home today because it was traffic. And I went, oh my gosh. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up.
No. And the thing is that it's not, these things don't happen just because we're mediums, right? I mean, it happens to every single person. And I always say it's not about someone gets more signs than you do. It's not about that. We all get the same. It's really, the onus is on us. Can we see the signs? Do we see the signs? Are we in the present to see the signs? That's what it's all about, right? I mean,
yes.
It's just getting to see those signs and acknowledging those signs. If you see those signs, acknowledge them.
I was just going to say that, Stephen, too. I tell people, it takes energy for your loved ones to bring that sign to you. So, acknowledge it. And the more that you do, the stronger that your relationship in spirit becomes.
Right. So. Absolutely. And I just, the fact that I think I found you or saw you on Instagram or Facebook, and the fact that, just seeing somebody and just reaching out, and then Friday night you're at my house for dinner. It's just, we're doing this. It's just Debbie. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. And I think you said something to me when you were getting ready to leave about I don't know what you said about the next time we talk. And I'm like, oh, no, you don't understand. You're stuck with these gays now. The gays, you came to our house. These gays are all over you. So you can't get rid of us now. We're here.
I don't, and I don't want to get rid of you. You guys are you're so authentic. You have the most beautiful hearts, and you're so damn funny.
You too.
God.
You too.
Not to mention you're good looking too. I mean, come on.
Thank you. And I Elix is here too. So
Hi,
somewhere watching and or maybe monitoring me so I behave. I don't know. It could be either one. So you know what? I did put the because at some point we're gonna pull people up and we're gonna actually pull people right into the video to read. So how wild is that? So we're going to I already put the link up, but let me do it again here so that all you do is click the link and you actually will be pulled into like a waiting room. Now, the cool thing is because I set the StreamYard up, Debbie can't see the people in and they're going to be numbered. So I'm going to ask Debbie, just give me a number and we're going to let Spirit do this and who we pick to bring through. So she's not going to know. I'm not going to know her number. So let me do this. Let me just give me 1 second. Okay, I thought I somehow pinned it, but I'm not sure if I did. But here it comes. There it is. I just actually posted it. So follow that link, and I will see you guys stop popping into the it's just like a waiting room, if you will. And then I just click it, and like magic, you pop up. You know,
like a Zoom waiting room, right? Is it like
exactly? And then I think you'll be on the right. You're going to be right. 1, 2, 3, like the Brady Bunch.
I love it.
The boxes. So, yes, I love this.
I know Steve and I were talking. We would love to see you. It's so much more personal when we get to see you and connect with you, and hear your voice because your voice also carries a vibration. And also, if you guys have any questions you want us to answer, throw them right in the chat. Anything spirit, anything non-spirit, whatever you want.
I love it. And people actually are coming into the waiting room. So I love this. I love it. So I'll just wait to some more people to come in and then we'll pick a number. And yeah, if there's any questions that people are popping in, I love it. I absolutely love it. So
oh my gosh. How about my friend Michael Christopher? He says, but I haven't done my hair. I'm a hot mess. Because he's bald, Stephen. He's bald.
You know what, Michael, do you know how, you save a lot of time. Do you know how much long this takes? Just saying. Michael said, Stephen, you remind me of Peter Brady. And Michael, I got to tell you, just a quick story, because as people are coming in, that when I got my first job in Boston, I had met Elix and he was already living in Massachusetts. I was in Rhode Island. So I came up, I got a first job in Boston and I got promoted. I was working at this mutual fund company and I was promoted to a manager, and the senior vice president came in, this woman, and she came in and I happened to be on the phone in my office. She came in and I am a huge fan of Brady Bunch. I still have my Brady Bunch lunchbox and thermos since I was a little boy. Swear to God. And I had my brother, because of my promotion, sent me this 8x10 of the Brady Bunch family. So when I get off the phone, the senior VP, I'm like shaking because it's the senior VP. I'm like, why is she here with me? And she said to me, can I ask you something? Is that your family? Now she points to the Brady Bunch 8x10. Now she's older than me. She's got to know the Brady Bunch, right? I thought she was kidding, but I didn't know what to say. And I said, yes, I don't know what to say. And she said, you know what? I can tell and see you have not changed. And Michael, she points right to Peter. She's like, you haven't changed at all. It was pretty funny. I love it.
You have a lot of great stories, Stephen.
Yeah, they just keep going and going and going. So it is. It's a good thing. So
oh my God. That is a great story. How about Christine? She's so funny. She goes, yes, the studio is full.
That was fast, Christine. Well, the great thing is that as we can, get people out there and we'll open up and people can come in. So, and let me just see something.
Penny, everyone is video worthy. Oh, everyone's video worthy. Penny says, I would love a reading, but I'm not video worthy. Yes, you are.
And you know what? My friend Liz just made a comment because that's where I met Liz at First Dad. I don't know if Liz maybe never knew that story, but but I've had them all. I started with Peter Brady. I had Donny Osmond. I had JFK. they just went on and on and on, and they were
Even
nice
you have
people.
the face of a movie star.
Well, they were handsome, so that's all I cared about, you know. So if they said you look like Gumby, maybe that would be a problem. Just saying. Just saying. Now you know what, a guy is in here in the Okay, I think Guy figured it out. No, Guy, whoever Guy is, it says device not connected. They'll need to connect your mic and camera before you can add them. So, Guy, check that out. Whoever, I don't know if Guy's a girl or a guy. I don't know if a guy's a guy. But if you can check that out, because we can't pull you in. Because I have to, when you pop it in the waiting room, I actually see your face, and that means we're good. I can just pull you up at any point. So, if that makes sense. No, your friend Michael said a potential for a medium. No, Michael, I think more of a mechanic. I'm just saying. I don't think. I think you were close, Michael, with the M medium, but it's mechanic.
Michael, he's so busting you. I was telling him about you yesterday, and I'll tell you what Stephen got when all I did was tell him a little bit of your story, and he goes like this. He goes, "Debbie, I just saluted you. What's that about?" I go, "Michael's retired military."
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I love that, and just the nod to that, and the nod to Michael for doing what he's done. It's pretty incredible, and just I love that. You know, his loved ones are so proud of him, right? That's how cool it is. So,
yeah.
I love Gwendolyn. I'm not sure if I'm in. It's like the third person I've heard that today from that said the same thing. I don't know what it meant, but. Debbie, you know what the thing is? I barely drink. You would think that I do, but I don't. But you're just as funny, Debbie. So
I love it. Well, you have an energy level that I have, and we spoke about this the other night. And I love that you have my energy level. So
okay, so I love that too. Okay, I think there should be another spot on. So in any case, Debbie, at any time I would sometimes, you know how Debbie this is, you just get locked into the questions. The questions are so good.
Yes. Yep. Well, if there's something you're drawn to, throw it out there. Feel free. If you see something, you go right ahead.
Well, you know what? If
Samantha says, how do I enter for a reading? Samantha, there's Stephen posted a link. And
yeah, it's right at the beginning of the comments, as well as I posted it again. I started, and I thought by starting it would pin it, but to be honest, I'm not as well versed as probably I should be with StreamYard, so I don't know. I will, you know what? Because I already got it here, so let me do this. For everyone who's just coming in, here is the link. I just posted it again.
Perfect.
So that people can see it. So
Phil wants to know what you're like when you drink. Then.
Phil, it's not good. It's so not good. You know, the whole point of this, like, and Debbie, you are the same way, is that this is supposed to be, and it is, it's a safe place. It's a place that there's no judgment. There's no picking on people. It's just having fun, right? It's just, and if it's not your kind of humor or fun, or, you know, just hang out and just listen and whatever, right? But it's just, I always try to make people laugh. And Debbie, you were having us pee our pants Friday night, so just saying. So it was all good. So
just by being me, not even trying.
So Camille said the same thing. So you know what, Debbie? Why don't we just pull? I honestly didn't realize that you're also part, even though you're the host with me. I didn't realize you were in the waiting room, and I just kind of glanced down. I'm like, this blonde is so cute. It's you.
I love you.
She's all made up. She looks so good. I'm like, you know, it's great. So how about this? I know people that just have met me are probably thinking there's something maybe screw loose there. I promise there isn't.
Oh my God. Elix says it looks like your studio is full.
Yes. So why don't listen, if you're good, Debbie, let's let's pull somebody up, right?
I keep getting number 8. So who's like eighth in the waiting room? You're getting 8, number 8.
Okay, so let me just do this. Here comes 8. Here comes 8.
Woohoo!
Ah!
Hi, Michelle. Just unmute, my love.
Michelle, I love your face. Like, this is the best.
Like she won Publishers Clearinghouse. I love
Oh
it.
my god! And look at the cutie next to her.
It's my dog.
I love the Yorkshire.
Thank
It
you.
looks like it's a Yorkshire Terrier, right?
It is. It is.
I love it. Oh my god, I'm so glad. So Debbie, do you know Michelle?
I do not know Michelle.
Oh,
I don't
this
think
is-
I do. Michelle, have we met before?
This
Nope.
is
Okay.
this is so great. So Michelle, I mean Debbie, you must have just known, right?
I just kept, when you said enter the waiting room, I just kept hearing 8. So I said, okay, we'll go with the number 8.
And the great thing is, not to interrupt Debbie, but the great thing is then when we finish, it just opens up another spot, which is a great thing. So, and
I
we can
love
just
it.
just keep doing what we love doing. So
Absolutely. I love that. Michelle, I'll just ask you this first. And then if there's someone you want to connect with, or and I don't know if Stephen's picking up anything, but I pick up a father figure around you. Is dad for you on the other side?
No.
Okay. For me, it's either father, father-in-law, or grandfather, but I definitely get father around you. So it's one of those.
Ex-father-in-law.
Okay, they come into. would you understand a connection to the lungs or smoking with him at all?
Yep.
Okay, and he was not the nicest person, correct?
Correct.
Okay, because I'll tell you what I heard. I'll just he just said, he goes, listen, I could be a bastard. I feel like he's here to apologize and give some forgiveness energy. Because he just said to me, I didn't make anybody's life easy. And he's kind of like, listen, she really doesn't want to hear from me.
It's okay. I
But-
forgive.
As like Stephen will tell you, like, I love that we work very similarly. And like, I always say, release any and all expectations, because I feel as though that he, at some point when he was here, he didn't treat you very nice. He wasn't the best to you, because I hear treat me right. He also makes me feel like he belittled you sometimes. I'm so sorry. Would you understand that with?
Yep.
I'm sorry. And he's here just to like make it right. And he's like, she has such a beautiful spirit and soul. And I was so miserable, he just said to me. And all he does is sit in this chair behind me. He's in this chair constantly. Do you understand? A chair that he sits in all the time. And he really got a clear picture of himself when he went over to the other side, and he would throw some profanities out. Am I correct with that? Because
Yes.
he said to me loud and clear, I was an asshole.
Yep.
Wow.
He just really it's so funny because this is not something he would do here, but he's blowing kisses to you as to say, you tried. He said to me, she extended the olive branch to me, Debbie, and I was unwilling to take it. He's just showing up here to say that he's sorry. And let me see, because he didn't appreciate you the way that he should have. And he said to me, when they give me DNA, it just means to me that that your ex-husband, correct?
Yep.
Was kind of a chip off the old block. So he had some not so stellar personality traits, kind of like your father-in-law. And he fully understands now why you distanced yourself. And he didn't understand that here. He just found he's just miserable, poor thing, when he was here. But the other thing I want to ask you too is, do you have a dog on the other side?
I do.
Oh. I have to be honest, I'm not always so good with the pets. Stephen, if you're picking up on anything for her, jump in too. But I just got, like, there's a dog. Is it a smaller dog?
Yep.
Okay. Is it recently deceased? Like a couple of years?
6.
Whoa, that's not recent. But I am picking up on the dog. Do you have somebody else who's recently deceased in your family?
Not recently, but 6 years.
Okay. Funny. Is there mom on the other side for you?
Nope.
All right. I get a mother figure for you on the other side.
I think you do, Debbie. It's a grandmother.
Okay, run with it.
A grandmother keeps, and she's screaming, Michelle, Michelle. She's hugging you. She's kissing you. She's just so excited to be here. And she just keeps saying she loves what Debbie just said to you as a validation. But your grandma also said, well, my granddaughter has done so much work. She's still a work in progress, but she's building up herself. She's building to make sure that she knows what she brings to this world, her life, and what she needs. And never, ever forget that you are special here, and that this was never, Michelle, this was never about you in that relationship. It was just never about, you internally went into, is it the way I look? Is it this? Is it that? And it was never about that. And that it's so funny that when Debbie brought up the dog, there's an animal that was hit or took off. An animal connected, Michelle, you or to family. Or maybe something happens to them. Like either they get out of the yard or our cat leaves and doesn't come back. So just make sure you keep it with you. Who's George or Jim? John, George. Who is that?
Is my dad.
What's his name?
George.
But George is here, you said.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but his mom is crossed.
Yes.
She's the one that's bringing it up. And wow, Michelle, you're also really, really connected. And the other animal was Candy or Coco or C or K name.
Kiko.
Kiko. Yeah, I knew it was a C or K. And just make sure you know that that grandmother, this is the God's honest truth. Your grandmother must have been, this is your mom's side, right? I think I asked you that.
Yep.
She back and forth, hugs Debbie, hugs you, hugs Debbie, hugs you. She kisses Debbie and says, Debbie, you hit it right on the nose with this reading, and that my granddaughter needed to hear that. But Michelle, just know this. Your grandmother and the other grandmother gave your dad's name because she wants to bring that up as a validation. But your grandmother just said, what's coming is so much better. It's like the dark cloud is being moved away. That doesn't mean that your life hasn't been great now. It just means that it's going to keep getting better and better and better. And Vinny, who's the V? The V name, either living or crossed. I never get that letter. It could be also a last name, Michelle. I don't know. Just make sure you keep it with you because it keeps being. Are you one of two, or you have two siblings?
It's 3 of us.
So yeah, I couldn't tell if your grandmother was saying there's 2 with you or 2 extra. You don't know that animal is a long time ago, and an animal got out, and I can hear. It feels like they get hit by a car. You never heard of a story like that?
I had an uncle. My uncle's dog got hit by a car.
That's it. Michelle, that's it. I was just about to say, Michelle, make it up. Just say you did. Just kidding. Just kidding, Michelle. But you know how cool this is that why they bring that up about your uncle's dog is it's not about, it's not necessarily about the dog, even though he's here and you're like a beautiful animal person. It's just about, let's give Michelle anything that she, at the end of this reading, knows it's really us that came through. We love you. We love you. Oh, tattoo. Michelle, here, over here. Me. Tattoo. Who's the tattoo on the arm? Tattoo. I feel the arm. Do you have a tattoo?
I do.
Wow, that's really, really cool. I love that. But I love that we got to do this, and wow, it's amazing how Spirit used me and Debbie to bring different sort of sides of spirit, right, Debbie? But
Yeah.
the sides you needed to hear tonight, which is pretty amazing. Who's in Florida?
My mom.
Oh,
Okay.
I just heard say she's in Florida or he's in Florida. I couldn't tell. So, and there's a trip just happened. It's coming up. There's a trip. So, someone's coming.
Coming
What
up.
was that?
It's coming up for November.
Are you going to Florida?
I am.
Oh, so your loved ones are going to be with you, and how much they love you. You get such a beautiful heart, Michelle.
Yes, she does. And I want to ask you one more thing, Michelle, with that beautiful grandma that Stephen, thank you that you brought her forward. Oh my gosh, she's full of love. Did you spent a very like a lot of time with her? Is this correct? Like I almost feel like you were like a daughter to her. She makes me feel like really like I was more than a grandma to her. And did she do also like a knit or a crochet kind of thing as well?
She sewed.
She sewed. Okay. All right.
My other
So-
grandmother used to crochet and knit.
Okay. Blankets. I got so many. Stephen, thank you. You opened up that portal and like the family's coming through. I love it.
I love it.
Your
That's
beautiful
what it's about.
energy.
That's what it's all. Whose middle name is Louise or Lynn or Lee? Who's the L?
Me,
Ah, what's your middle name?
Lee.
That's pretty wild, Michelle. It's so wild. It's not about, it really, and I think I don't want to talk for Debbie, but it's really not about us. It's just that we're given the messages to put you in a better place. It's like, you know what your grandmother just did? She wants to take you from this side, turn you. There's your path. You know your path. But sometimes, like we all do, we get a little diverted and detoured. But your grandmother said, but she's doing so well. That she's so proud of you. Very, very proud of you. I love that too. Did you get the tattoo for her?
No,
Are you going to?
the tattoo is for my son.
Your son's crossed?
He is.
Wow.
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 Does he have an S first initial, first name?
I'm sorry?
Does he have a letter S first initial, first name?
No.
Okay.
I'm so glad you brought that up, Michelle, because I'm sure that's someone that you want to come through, and that there's just, there's a time restriction with us doing this, and that there's just so many people coming through. And believe it or not, the stuff that Debbie and I brought through, you needed to hear, even though your son is now stepping forward. Your son went like this, fast,
Yep.
fast. He said, Stephen, I was here and I was there. I was in spirit here and there. And he's got the best. He keeps saying 12. December, the month of December, or
Son's birthday.
that's his birthday?
His son.
Oh,
My
his.
son.
Oh my God. Wow. So just giving that, is it one boy or one child?
One boy.
Oh yeah. So just he's here and I can't, mom. He's Michelle, just make sure also, he's also with you. And just, I'll tell you something. He just did this to me and said, Stephen, everything I was, every good thing that was part of my aura and energy was from my mother. Every single part of me was her, and you could not have changed anything that happened with him crossing. No matter, don't go back to it. He was like, Ma, I'm with you more than I was in the physical world. I'm always here. And he just said, Ma, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I know what you did for me. I know who you were for me. He said, and I tried. And he said, but the greatest thing is that my crossing gave you the ability to see gifts you never had. And if that didn't happen, you wouldn't have seen these gifts. So how beautiful is that? And did he name his son after him? There's a I keep hearing the junior, or the G or J name, another G or J name. So just, Michelle, make sure you keep it. Was your father named? Someone's named after somebody? First name, middle name. Just also make sure you keep it. And were you going to say something?
My daughter's middle name is my godmother's first name.
Oh, so that's what it is. It's just one of those validations for her that your son's giving, which makes sense, right? That it's his sister. And there was a memorial someplace. I don't know if it's still there or not.
It is.
Yeah, because he said, I'm at the memorial. I'm at the memorial. I'm always with mom, though.
Yes,
How
there's a
beautiful.
plaque with his name on it.
Beautiful.
How amazing.
Stephen, and you know, Stephen, you brought that up through the tattoo. It was meant to happen. It was meant. She was meant to hear it. And that's the way her son brought it up. He brought it up that way. You had to start with the tattoo.
Wait, Michelle, this is for your son?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't catch that. Oh my God, no wonder why. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, no wonder. So it was him saying, tattoo. I love it.
Yes. Michelle, did he struggle with drugs or alcohol? Do you have addiction?
He did somewhat.
Somewhat. Okay. Just something I was picking up on when Stephen was reading. But I love that that's how he got your attention. Stephen, he got your attention to talk to his mom.
It's all about mama right now. You know what? And the greatest thing is when I just said that, and it's from spirit, your son said, but that's not just because we're in a reading. This is every second. It's all about mama. All about mama. Yeah. Just make sure you keep that with you, Michelle. So, but thank you. Debbie, you have anything else?
One last thing. I don't know that when you were giving her that beautiful reading, I just kept seeing something that I understand, Michelle. If you have any like a could have, would have, or should have about his passing that you go back to say, I should have done this, I could have done this. Do you understand that at all? Because it was just clear to me while Stephen was reading. I always say, I call it a screamer. Like the bigger it is for me or the louder it is, I'm like, they're like, can you just say it? And he gives me this energy of just like assertiveness, meaning even if you were more assertive or if you think you could have done something more or should have done something, like he just said to me, you're beating yourself up. And he's like, Mom, I need you to release that and let that go. Just let it go. So, because he says to me, it's constant. Do you understand that? And he just wants you to release that because he wants you to live life in his honor. He takes responsibility for any choices and decisions. And just to piggyback on what Stephen said, because he said it, that your son said it, like nothing could have been any different. You couldn't have done anything different. It happened. It's hard to say, right? Stephen, as a medium, when we say it happened the way that it should, but that's because he just makes me feel my mom's always like, I would still be here if she would have done this, and he's saying to me, Mom, you let it go because it wasn't going to change anything. So he would be a risk taker, correct?
Yes, he is. He was.
Yeah, living on the edge. So we leave you with his love. Oh my gosh, Stephen, that was beautiful. I love how you brought her son through because that's really who she wanted to hear from. Never mind the but you know what? I got to thank your father-in-law because then he brought the mother in for me, and then Stephen totally picked up on your grandmother and the tattoo, and brought your son in. So
you got what you needed to hear tonight, Michelle. So if you could just find my PayPal to pay me, I'd appreciate it. No, I'm kidding, Michelle. Just kidding. It's all freebie.
Just one more thing. When she has said pick number 8, that is the month of my birthday.
Oh, I love it, Debbie. So you're already tuning in.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, Michelle, this. I love that you caught that too, which is
I got a chill. Wow.
It's just
not just my birthday. It's me and my son because we share the same birthday.
Wow.
So
that's pretty.
That's why my face lit up when I came up for that reason.
I think you should go back on this recording and just take a picture of the freeze frame, and put that as your profile picture. I'm telling you, it's the best picture ever. Just saying.
It was so cute. As I said, it looks like she won Publishers Clearinghouse. It made us feel so special.
Michelle, I love your energy, and that I love the fact that as whether you know it or not, as every day that goes by, your light gets a little brighter and a little brighter and a little brighter. So just keep what you're doing. So thank you, Michelle. Debbie, thank you too.
Thank you. Stephen, thank you. That was beautiful. It was a great double link.
It just went from one to the next to the next to the next. And that's what they do. And Debbie, like as you and I know that, and for people watching, is that to me, it's amazing that I pull Michelle up because you tell me number 8, which is already connected, right? And then all Michelle's loved ones are just like, boom, they're right here with us, right? And they're like, let's start chatting. Let's give her what she
needs. You picked up on the dog, his name or the name of the dog.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Beautiful.
just so crazy that these messages just come from love and just want to put people forward ahead and just make them understand that we didn't really lose a loved one. It's just it's like I always say, the monarch butterfly. It's always the, when people see the butterfly, everyone, oh my God, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. Nobody ever, I shouldn't say nobody, but the majority of people never go to, but that used to be a caterpillar, right?
Right.
But just
Yeah.
because you don't see the caterpillar doesn't mean that it wasn't a caterpillar. Same exact thing, just because physically you can't see the person. And I did a reading once, and it was for a husband and wife, and they were young. They were probably like late 30s or so. And they lost a son, and the son said a message to them, Ma and Dad, if you only believe in things you can see physically, you're missing out on this wondrous magical world.
Wow. That's powerful
Because
and beautiful.
because the mother was so wrapped in grief
Yeah.
that she wanted to see tangible things. Even though he was sending signs and she was seeing them, she wasn't processing them. And she sent me a beautiful email like a couple of months later that it helped her. So it was,
You helped her to understand the grief and to connect with her son.
yeah,
And that's beautiful.
exactly.
I always say too, I'm sure you say it too, unfortunately, when we lose somebody like that, we have to learn this new language called spirit, which is frequency, vibration, energy, coincidence, whatever you want to refer to it as. But yeah, oh, how beautiful. Love
Yeah. All right, so give me another number. Let's
it. 5, the number of change. I just heard 5. We're going to do 5. 5, the number of change. Woo!
That's kind of, I mean, I as a medium, I guess I should know 5 is the number of change, and I have no idea. Like,
No,
whatsoever.
I'm very into numbers, Stephen. I don't know. I like numbers. I learned, I connected with the angels early on in my development. So I'm all about like angel numbers, vibrations with a number. So 5 is about change.
Well, here comes 5. It's like Price is Right. Come on down.
Come on
Here we
down.
go. Yay!
Hi.
Look who's here. Kimberly. Kimberly, how are you? Oh, you're muted. We can't hear you.
Unmute my
Hi.
beautiful.
Hi.
Hi.
I look huge. Oh my goodness. I gotta get in the camera.
Stop it. Now I know this beautiful soul.
You do?
I do. And she is a beautiful soul. How funny is this? Not even seeing a thing. And let me tell you, 5 and change with this girl. Right, Kim?
Right on. Yes. And I didn't even know about this live until a little while ago. I came home with a ton of things to do. I saw the Facebook Live and I said, I'm going to do that. And clicked on and I was right in.
Kimberly, I love it. I
Yeah.
love that. That's all spirit, right?
Well, there's something I need
how,
to hear.
That's how
Yeah.
spirit works. And so so if you know her, I'll do it. I'll
Yeah,
do it, okay?
You dive
You're
right
good,
in.
Kimberly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. So buckle up, because this is like
All
a
right.
ride, right? So your loved ones. Well, there's a lot of loved ones coming in. Kimberly, every time I start a reading and I see angels around somebody, it just means that the person I'm reading is very connected. But you're more connected than what you think you're connected. So it feels like you're going through this also. I know Debbie already talked about change, but I mean it more on a spiritual level, like the what's going on, because your auras keep in front of me, keep churning and changing. There's one child. One child that's in spirit. There's somebody lost a miscarriage, because I can see the baby, and I keep hearing he's here, he's in spirit, and keeps there's somebody connected, Kimberly, that. And it's going to be very, very closely connected to you. If it's not you, that somebody lost a child. So make sure. And who's Anthony, who's that?
I don't know. Anne's my middle name.
Well, that would be it, Kimberly. I wasn't a drinker, but after you, I think I'm going to start. Just saying. I love that spirit does
I
that.
have friends that have had miscarriages, but I haven't had one.
So it's someone very, very close. And by the way, when you just said that, it's connected to the B. Brenda, Brianna, a B connection. It could be first name, last name. It could be the father's name, but just make sure you keep it with you. So, and they said you know.
Yes, I know.
They just said she knows. So just whoever
No
that.
way. Okay.
Did you just do a cheer for me, or did you say no? I
I
don't know.
said no way.
Oh, I think it was you like a, oh way, like a cheerleader for me. So it's not surprising to Kimberly that one of the first things that happens is if it's a friend who lost a son and he said she doesn't know it's a boy. It must have been at the beginning. That's what it feels like. But that someone who's very connected is going to get a lot of people in spirit coming through, and he's taking advantage of that, which is really cool. And the fact that they gave you your middle name is that they love the middle name. You have 2 kids. Are you one of 2? You're 2. What's the 2?
I have 2 kids.
So everybody in spirit is making sure there's I think it's a grandmother. I think your mother's here, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a grandmother, and she just said, "Oh my God, these 2 keep me so busy watching them." And Kimberly, both of them would see. There's a Robert, Bob, Robert.
I have an uncle who's Robert, and my grandfather's middle name was who was the other Robert? My father's middle name was Robert.
Is Dad here or crossed?
He's here.
Got it. So just giving it as a validation.
Or that would be his mother, maybe.
And I'm sure that's probably why. Who's running the show? Like you or me? Let me. Just kidding. No, I love this, and I love it's all because you've got this amazing energy, Kimberly. But I know you know that your energy really branches out. But I love also that seriously that you like the medium just picked that up like immediately. No, that's gotta be my dad's mother because that
I've been working with this lately, trying to figure out who it is, and I can't figure out, and I can't figure out the sign. So that's why I was hoping you guys could answer this tonight.
So make sure you know that Dad's mom is giving that as a middle name. I just said something and I forgot what I was saying something to you about. Oh, the kids, both kids, right as babies, we're seeing very, very connected. I don't know if you know that they're both of them are very connected. You have a son?
Yes. It would probably be him.
Oh my God, yeah! I see them showing me the face of him, and he's something. He's a character. I mean, clearly both of them are, but he's got he definitely does connect in. Why are they like old enough to be in school?
Yeah, they're a lot older than that. They're both out of school now.
You mean out of high school?
Yeah.
So maybe later on you can tell me what moisturizer you use because you look like you're like 20. Like seriously, you look good. I use Olay, but I may need to change. Seriously. So it's I smell oil or motors. Like someone works. Like is it a mechanic or something with motors? What
That's
is
my
this?
son. Yes, he works on motorcycles.
Oh yeah, and just your loved ones, just making sure that they follow the 2 of them, they follow you, and making sure. Kimberly, I will tell you this: your grandmother, Dad's mom, just said, if there's one thing I want my granddaughter to remember is stop being so hard on herself. She's very hard on herself. She doesn't give herself a break. She doesn't forgive herself. She's too hard. And there's Kimberly, make sure you keep with you that there's. When you're like that, you don't know that you're keeping this energy out. And when you just said you're trying to figure stuff out, this may not make sense. Just make sure you listen to that advice. And the more you sort of surrender and just, listen, things are going to be the way they are, right? I can't control everything. It's impossible. And the more you let it go and you stay in the present, the more these answers of who it is and what's happening they're just going to be shown in front of you. That's what this is all about.
That's been happening lately. I keep getting "Let It Be" showing up everywhere in the songs and everything. So I'm like, someone's showing me this for a reason.
I mean that's more, in like Debbie's circle with because I just could hear Debbie singing that, right? Let It Be, the singing medium. So, but I love that you're catching that and actually. You're actually seeing that, and you're in such a great place, Kimberly. But I'm telling you, just like give yourself love. Your grandmother just said, Kimberly, just pick a night, like draw a bath, like whatever, take a shower, put your hand on your heart, just put the love back here where it belongs. Just stop putting the love out. Just take some of it and put it here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
It does.
I got so scared. I talked for 10 minutes and Kimberly was like, no, nothing makes sense.
No,
What
Stephen,
are
that's
you talking about, Stephen?
beautiful.
I'm sorry, I looked at the comments.
It all makes sense, because as you were reading for her, as soon as you saw, I saw a month, and when you said to her to surrender, I went, because if she surrenders, she'll start to get some of the pieces to her puzzle by August. So the more that you surrender, exactly what Stephen said, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly it. And there'll be like adjacent possibilities for you. But it's about, because you've made sacrifices. So I just feel you holding so tight. So exactly what Stephen said about letting it go and just not trying. So like when they always show me running around like a crazy lady with that round peg, jamming it in the square hole like a crazy lady.
That's me.
That's kind of like basically.
Kimberly, that's me.
Yeah, kind of the same or similar. She's doing what you do, Deb, and it's about exactly that. And have we ever, when Stephen said about your son, have I ever used this term, or has any other reader used the term a crystal child?
Yes, you have.
Okay. I just, because when Stephen said that about him, because he's sensitive and he's very plugged in. When you picked up on how intuitive he was, I'm like, he is quite special.
He's been the advisor lately for a lot of people, which is because he's had a turnaround, and like he wasn't like that for a long time.
The sacrifices.
He's always been different since birth. Like you said, he's been different since birth, and I never knew what it was.
Oh, you know something, Kimberly? What I just heard, though, maybe you're not even aware of this, but what you're doing internally in your shift actually is giving your son the ability to do the same and follow you. So without you even knowing, he tunes into that, is intuitive, connects with your soul, because it always starts when you change. It starts with your soul, right? And then it comes out. And then he sees that and says, that's a perfect model. And then he's doing that too. So
Stephen, I have to validate you in such a, she's going through tremendous changes. That's all I'm going to say. So thank you for that for her.
No, you're a beautiful soul, Kimberly. You just have to remember that, I say in my class, when I do my class all the time, that when you stop reacting to life and responding, and you start responding to life, then everything shifts, everything turns around, right? And that means that you start trusting life, and that trusting life doesn't mean that it's always likable. You could be, every day saying the F-bombs and screaming at life. It doesn't have to be likable, but if you trust it, because you've got to remember that your life is looking at the bigger picture, and it is bringing you to exactly where you want to go. That's what it's all about, Kimberly. You're on your way. So how wonderful is that? And I'm so glad I get that you're one of Debbie's clients, so I got to do this. So it's great.
Even that was beautiful for her. Thank you.
That was. Thank you so much.
It was everything she needed. It was. I just got a chill on my leg. It was everything she needed.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you both. So happy.
This is so wild, and I knew this was going to be wild. And I just happened to look at a comment. Is Michael also a comedian?
Oh, he's got a sense of humor like you. I should introduce the two of you.
I can't look at his comments because I'm laughing. He actually just wrote, "It's Hollywood evening here tonight. Kim looks like Sandra Bullock and Peter Brady's doing readings." I'm not looking at. I'm gonna. You can time him out. I'm gonna time him out. So just saying.
Yes, he is. Michael has quite the sense of humor, just like you. I'm going to have to introduce the two of you.
I love it. I would love that because I love his energy too. So, but let's pick a number. Let's go.
I got 4, the angel number. Right after that, 4, 5, 4 is the first number I saw, and they wrote it like this kind of 4, with the triangle 4.
Oh, I think you're up because I know this one.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
And I love her. I do. I absolutely heard. Well, I was gonna say you and your sister, but I can't because I gotta say your mother.
So
Fel here. Sorry, I'm trying to get. There we go. Sorry, Fellas is on. Mom is on. And yes, I'm not going to say anything, but I can't wait to see what's going to happen.
I love this. You know what? I didn't, because I'm trying not to look at the comments. Phyllis, big kisses and hugs to you, to Mama. I love this. I love it. I love it, Sil. And Debbie, you picked it for a reason. So how cool is this?
Oh my God, no pressure, I guess, right now.
Oh no.
He knows me, and he knows why the angels are here, so I'm excited.
Say that again, Phil.
See, Stephen knows me, and he knows why the angels are always around me. So I'm excited to see what you're going to see.
Oh boy, that's what I
No
said. No pressure.
Yeah, exactly. No pressure. But that's the great thing about this is that there is no pressure, right? Everybody gets what they're supposed to get. That's what Spirit knows, and that this is just it all comes from love. That's what it's all about. And these messages sometimes are subtle in these little like sentences and clips, and so
It is.
that's how it is. And Sil has taken my class. I've had readings with her, and just as that whole Canadian family up there is one of my favorites, and I'm going
You're up. Woo.
That is so beautiful. Well, the first thing I get before I connect with anybody was I got two things. So are you truly like really connected in with the angelic realm? Like you work with them a lot? Because Spirit showed me something that I understand because I'm very connected to the angelic realm.
Yes.
And I was just having this conversation with Stephen before we got on. We were talking about this. And are you very connected with the archangels as well?
Yes.
Okay, this is such a path for you. Like I see they get the word healing for you. So they just said to me trauma. So whatever trauma, I don't know what it is yet, but I got to break out in Shaka Khan through the fire. So whatever that trauma that you have been through, because I feel like you've been through a lot.
Yes, I have.
Spirit shows me what I understand as a person who has endured a lot of trauma. And you are so resilient, whether you know it or not. You are an inspiration and you are a role model for what you've been through in life. Because I hear the Chumbawamba, I get knocked down, but I get up again. And that is you, girlfriend. Yep. And I don't know who I have in spirit yet, because somebody's given me this information. I feel like it's a male, but I feel like I have two males for you. I feel like I have an older male and a younger male. Does that make sense to you?
I'm definitely one male for sure. I'm not
okay.
sure.
Is your father or husband on the other side?
It's my father, and today it's been 30 years since we lost him.
Okay, because the other thing I was going to say to you is he also comes forward with this really big birthday cake. And that for me is when they tell me there's a birthday, for me, it's the month we're in, the one before, the one after. So we're in June, May, June, or July. Who would have that significant birthday?
My sister, July 4th.
Oh, beautiful. Right.
He's watching.
Oh, happy birthday, sister, from your dad. So much. He's drawing hearts all over the place. This man was a loving man. All about family. I got tree roots that go so deep, and all I can feel is the immense love I have for this family. You are my everything. His family. He loved being a family man. He loved being a dad. He loved his girls. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I got a chill, Sil. It rhymes, but I just got a chill on my legs when I said that. Your dad was funny, correct? Comical?
Yeah. Yes.
Because it's so funny. He's waving a deli number at me, and I go, "What's the deli number?" And he goes, "Because I was giving you the 4. Pick my number, 4, my number." Oh my God. And I love when Spirit does that, because that's them coming through with their personality and who they were here. And he just keeps saying, "Oh, Debbie, I love my family. You don't understand. I'm all around them. I love my family." He is a force, like when he was here and from the other side. He was the make it happen guy, like make it happen. Oh my, look at the love that he is. I want to squeeze him. Oh, you were. He goes, I was an amazing man. And yes, he is and was, because he still is in spirit. And where do you have in your house all of these pictures, like a family tree, like pictures he's showing?
In my family room, I have a whole bunch of photos.
Oh, my. He's like, show me he's around there, like constantly. Now, do you have the son, or does your sister have a son?
No sons, no kids.
Okay. Did he,
we have a brother.
Okay. So because he's telling me the son. I almost feel like he's like, listen, I talked about the girls. I can't forget the boy or the boys. Boys. Is there more than one?
No, there's just one.
Just one?
One brother.
Oh, no wonder why we can't leave him out. Forget it. I'll never hear the end of it, he says. Oh boy. Do you understand music and connecting you with music? I feel like he connects with music. Either he sends songs or there's a certain genre of music that either
Yes.
people listen to that you connect with him. This
Yes.
man is such a beautiful, he's helping you on your healing path and with your work, your journey, he just said to me. He's so funny. He shows me him. This is how serious he is. Let's get serious. This is how serious he is. He like puts like the OR mask on. Like he's like the doctor of like helping you. That's to the level of, I'm sure Stephen has said this to you, what you have a beautiful healing abilities and a beautiful bright light. I'm sure he has said that to you. It is just so evident. The moment I connected with you, I was like flooded with angels and beautiful bright light. Your dad is saying to just have confidence, because he makes you feel like you take a few baby steps forward and then you're like, oh, she reels it back, right? Because he made me feel, he's like, Dad, tell her she's got this. She's got this. So and I know you already do this because he said she talks to me
all the time.
Mm-hmm. So know that he is absolutely guiding you so much. So when you have those days that you question, know that this is part of your path. Now, are you writing a book, collecting notes for a book? He keeps flipping pages in front of me about a book.
Okay, so Stephen, in our course, he told us to write down all the signs. And today I was writing like a maniac because from the cemetery to the church to lunch, everything, I was getting signs. I even took a street I've never taken. It has my father's name. It was crazy. And like I said, it's 30 years today.
Oh my God. This is beautiful. Beautiful. So beautiful. And the other thing that your dad helps you with, speaking your voice and your truth. He says to me, my daughter's not always so assertive, Debbie. She's so sweet and kind. She doesn't always speak here. So know that he helps you with that as well. If you say, Dad, give me the words for this. I need the words. He will absolutely give you the words. And one last thing I want to leave you with is, do you connect him with a number pattern or does somebody, two things. Okay. I got two things with him. He's a talker, your dad.
Yeah.
He's very gregarious. He's so funny. He's like, pulls up a chair. He's like, I could talk to you forever. But is there somebody that connects with the numbers with him? He's showing you. Okay. And the other thing is too, does somebody, I know he's been going for a while, you said 30 years, but does somebody either still have that uniform or shirts or his clothing or he's telling me about this?
Yeah, all of it. We do. We have his uniform.
Oh, beautiful. He is just so grateful. He says, thank you for keeping my memory alive. You can't just kiss the top of your head. He's so grateful, though, also, because he keeps saying to me, Stephen. So he's so grateful because Stephen helps you to understand your skills, talents, and abilities. You were supposed to cross paths with him. We know there are no coincidences. So one other thing he happened at me about, do you have his watch, a watch of his? Who's got... Okay.
Yes, we have two of his watches. We have two.
I love it. Because he just makes me not only just evidence, but he makes me feel as though those things are so special, that people have things of his and that's the kind. He was sentimental. I know you are. So I love my family and my daughter. And Stephen, I just heard he's grateful to you for guiding his daughter when she really was in a place, like he's showing you treading water when you really needed a bright light of where have I been, where am I now, and where are you going? And this beautiful bright light over here that I just am so grateful to be connected with has helped you and will continue to help you on your path.
Stephen can't get rid of me. Sorry, Steve.
I love it.
Yeah,
Together forever. So
I love Debbie, all the validations because Syl's father coming through and Syl, she's all right. No, I love this family, love them. And that like her dad always comes through with her and her sister and even her mom. But this family is freaky connected. Debbie, everything you said was so on point but the sisters are so connected, but in different ways. Every time I see them, they connect differently. And even mom's got some stuff going on. But I will say, Syl here is the only, now I do a lot of readings, right? And she knows what I'm going to say.
I know.
The only person, and it's happened more than once, that I'm reading her via Zoom, Debbie. There's like it's like Lawrence Welk's. I mean, people were like, "Who the hell's Lawrence Welk?" Younger people, yeah. With the bubbles, like orbs everywhere. They're playing in front of Syl's face, behind her. I'm like, that usually happens on my side. I'm like, Syl, and it's happened more than once. It's just
I think every reading we've done it.
Yeah, it's that level. But Debbie, right, so on point with
Syl.
Dad, with this family, with Syl, all of it.
He's so connected to them, and yeah, I think because he's such a big energy that happens for the two of you when you got your big energy, Stephen. Syl's got big energy. Her dad's got big energy, so it's like inevitable. Like it's like a big party, big energetic party going on.
Syl, thank you. And I would never want to get rid of you or the family, honestly. And I told Syl we're going to meet. Someday we're going to meet in person. So I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear a knock on your door in Canada, it just may be Stephen the Medium. I'll be like Publishers Clearinghouse. I won't have money, but I'll have a smile. Hey, let's go to lunch. Still, thank you. Love and kisses, and to Phyllis and to Mama, everybody in that family. So I love you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, that was amazing. I love that the previous one was someone you knew, right? Yeah. That I get to read. And now this one, Syl and her family that's here, and it's just pretty cool that you get to do it too. So
it's beautiful.
Which is wild. So
I love that they're queuing up the numbers. I love that. Just give me the number. I love that you came up with that. Deb, you can't see it. You're gonna pick the number.
It's perfect, right? It's perfect because so you can't say that I'm biased or I'm picking people. No. You give me the number and I look across whatever number is there.
The only thing on my screen is you, me, I'm in the corner again, and I see the feet on the side, and that's the only damn thing I got going on over here.
And that's it. And that I see some people saying, this is fun, and that's the whole point of this, right?
Yeah.
Is that we just want people to have a good time and fun and connect to spirit and know that spirit's with us. That's what it's all about. So, but let's get somebody else on.
I got number 10 actually.
Ooh, 10.
10, big 10. And I don't know if this is out there, but this is the second. Stephen, would you know?
Samantha. I'm sorry, Debbie, I'm sorry, what?
No, would you understand, because Syl's family, I don't know if this is still her or not. Is her family do they like the casino? I'm getting this whole big casino connection.
Oh my God, hopefully they'll answer, Debbie. I don't remember that because I'm hoping that's not true because she needs to save money to take my courses that I'm going to keep coming up with. So stay away from the casino. Stephen Fund. I don't know. Debbie, I don't know. I'm sure they'll probably answer. But Samantha's like, am I on? Like, they're not even talking to me. Samantha, hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, you got the cutest face. I love it. I love it. So I'm so glad that you're here, and I'm so glad that we get to, to do this with you. So you don't look familiar to me. So I don't know if I've ever read you or not.
No.
Okay. And I don't think I have either, correct?
No.
Oh, Stephen, I love it. It's a newbie. It's a virgin.
Yeah.
You can tell we're getting further into this because it gets more punchy and punchy. I don't know how much more punchy it could be. And by the way, Debbie, Phyllis just said yes. They go to Vegas. They like the casino.
Oh, all right, great. All right.
So she did acknowledge that. So
thank you.
Just win big, Phil. So just saying, just win big. So Debbie, you want to go first? You want me to go first? You tell me.
Are you getting anything right away? If you're getting anything,
I always get something.
Jump right in. Go right ahead because I just read for Phil. I'm gonna take for Syl. I'm just gonna take like 2 while you jump in.
So Samantha, let me ask you something because there's the first person that comes through is it feels as if it's a grandfather. I mean, you're young, or a great grandfather. I can't tell you, but is your father's father crossed or passed away?
Yeah.
This side is, I know it's weird, but this side is paternal, so it's just letting me know that it's your father's side. So, and what's Rose? What's Rose?
I had a friend, Bethany Rose, who passed away.
Oh my God! You said Bethany Rose?
Yeah.
Wow, she's here. So she's so excited that she gets to do this with you and let you know that she's here. But Samantha, you also it's the night of the connections because you also are very very connected. Did you have a boyfriend? Did you have a significant other?
I do.
Do you have a brother?
I don't.
So the reason why I asked if you had a brother is that it feels as if there's a I know this is going to sound weird, but it feels like there's the relationship between you and your significant other is almost like a brother sister like funny, like there's a lot of similarities that the two of you have. I don't know how long you've been with him, but how does he connect to the G or J name? The John, Jim, John, J. Who's the G or J?
His friend Jimmy passed away.
Oh my God!
Steven.
Wow.
His friend Jimmy passed away.
So yeah, I heard you, Samantha. So Jimmy is also stepping forward.
Yeah, sorry.
That's pretty wild. That you've got someone, he's got somebody stepping forward. It's also a blessing of your relationship. And Jimmy is a whole freak show. He is the funniest. Like he's very very funny. And just wants to, and has the biggest. He's got the biggest heart too, and just keeps saying, just tell Samantha, I'm always with them. I'm always with them. Do you have a little tattoo?
I have a couple tattoos, yeah.
But is one little, like real little?
This one? That's probably my smallest.
Is that on? It's I don't know. It felt, to be honest, it felt like it was here, like
No.
Well, Samantha, who's got something? It feels like something is right here, or a finger. It's from here. Like I'm doing this, like you can see every part of me, and I'm like, that's what I'm doing, right? Like it's from the elbow up. There's something. You know what it looks like? It looks like you know, like the breast cancer sign. That's what it looks like. It looks like, or a symbol, something
I
like.
mean, my dad has a tattoo of 2 roses there, but I'm pretty much like the only one who has tattoos.
But where is your dad's tattoos?
It's on his forearm.
And
it's for
so maybe I'm not sure. Maybe that says who's William or the W. I keep hearing Williams, Billy. There's a Wanda. There's a W, Samantha. That also
Did
could
you
be
say
connected.
Rhonda?
No. Oh yeah, I
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah, I said
Okay.
Rhonda. No, I didn't. But
Okay.
we'll go there in a second. I didn't.
Sorry.
I said Wanda, but that's
Oh,
probably
Wanda,
you said.
no.
But you said, wait a minute, Rhonda?
Yeah, my mom's best friend, my auntie Rhonda, passed away.
I am sure that it's probably getting the name, but just having the wrong first letter. That's why I said
Yeah.
Wanda, but it's Rhonda. Tell your Aunt Rhonda to speak clearer, and I'll get Rhonda. Just saying. But you've got, and seriously, you've got a lot of changes coming up. You've got a lot in your head. There's a lot going on up there of like where you're going or and who's got the bike? The
My
motorcycle, the
boyfriend.
bike. Yeah, that's why they're bringing it up, just to say they know. Your boy, and someone's got the A middle name, A dot. Someone's got a middle name A,
My aunt is Elizabeth Ann.
but she's still here, right?
She's still here, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. All of this is just letting you know that grandpa is giving these validations, Samantha. And there's also a little dog or cat that's around your feet. It just keeps going back and forth, back and forth. Is that crossed?
Yeah, I have a couple animals that cross.
Oh, that's also the W. So it's either a W name or it was mostly white. There's an animal that's mostly white, or a W name.
I had a white dog, Zeppelin.
Oh, so is that dog in spirit?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
like my
so-
childhood dog.
Well, he's here. So just make sure you know it's a beautiful way of your connection too, that animals just want to come towards you, around you, and let you know that they're this is there an engagement? Are you going? Is someone just engaged? Is there a wedding?
No.
Samantha's like, nah.
No.
Yeah, there's a ring. A ring is coming on somebody.
I have
like-
my grandmother's wedding band.
Is that what you're holding?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be what I'm picking up with the ring that grandma wants to make sure you know. I just kept feeling the ring coming on. So I love that as you're playing with it and your
You're
grandma's
playing with
doing
it.
that. I love that. But I will tell you something. I see a diamond. There's a diamond ring. You
Stephen,
see
I'm with you because I see somebody on a bended knee. I'm totally linking in with
Yes.
you.
Yes. And Samantha, if something happens to you shortly, do not blame the mediums that we took away the surprise. Just saying, they gave it to us. You know, it could be anything. It could be a friend that's getting that's going to get engaged and get married. It could be many, many things. But Samantha, you also, as I mentioned, as they bring me through 2022 and flip the calendar to 2023, you also have there's something. It feels like you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You've got this passion in what you're doing is and I'm not Italian, Samantha, but you know what you're doing now is this. Nothing. Because you're so talented. You've got so much talent and there's artistic in you and it's all coming, but just don't let that fear stop you, Samantha. You've got to make sure you remember who you are and what you're capable of because it's a lot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
Stephen,
that's
that was beautiful because I was
Yeah.
picking up very similar to what you were saying. I was just shaking my head, like, yep. When you said to her about not the calendar flipping, I heard Diana Ross. I'm coming out. No, she's like saying when Stephen was saying that, she's like, don't hold yourself back. I got portfolio when he said art and creativity, so we were totally linking in on the same, like, you know. Spirit's just showing me how you are this. I'm going to keep referring to when Stephen went through the calendar because it's so significant. Just kind of like with Kimberly, like just surrender to all of the changes that are coming your way. What was the other thing I was getting? That was it. A lot. You're going to grow a lot emotionally as a person this next year as well. You're going to, like the snake, shed the skin. You're definitely going to find your path. Because you're like, where have I been? Where am I now? Where am I going? So
Yeah.
I always say, like, the message from Spirit is always loving and repeating. And so I was getting what Stephen was getting, just in a different way. So I always say, well, give it to you so you know. And,
I love that, Debbie.
yeah. Is there a breast cancer passing in your family?
Not a breast cancer that I know of, no.
Okay.
Well, Samantha, there's also 18. What's 18? There's something on a month, birthday, anniversary, January 8th, but there's something 18. So it could be the anniversary of death. It could be a birthday.
I mean, January 7th is my birthday, but not
Once-
the 8th.
No, you know, Samantha, as much as I would love to say that's it, but the numbers are very, very accurate with me. And there's a 1-8, and somebody did something with a car that they weren't supposed to do. Someone either got caught with no insurance, no license, something is not right. I'm sitting in a car and there's something not right, or drinking. There's something connected. So make sure you keep it with you. These are never future stuff, Samantha. They're always current or the past.
Okay.
Or somebody took a license plate off a car and put it on another car to pretend that was the car that was registered. So Samantha's like, I'm a good girl. I don't have those people around me. Well, let me. Maybe this will get you a little bit more comfortable. When I was like a kid, I did that. So just saying, Samantha. Just saying. But there's something. Just make sure you keep it with you. The only other thing it could be is if there's a license plate connection, like someone's got a vanity plate, or there's something with a because someone keeps moving something. There's something wrong with the car. So just make sure you hang on to that. And as Debbie knows, this happens all the time. That, you know, as soon as we finish, you'll get it. That's what it It happens all the time, but you're good. You're good. You got a lot of stuff coming up and good stuff.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. So, and with that face, Debbie, look at her face.
I know, like she's so cute, but she's the most bubbly
Oh.
person. I feel her bubbly. First of all, I gotta tell you, Samantha, my birthday is January 5th, so we
Ooh, Capricorn.
Capricorn. We are hard workers, girlfriend. But yeah, no, you have such a bubbly, beautiful, bright light and personality. As soon as you popped on, Stephen felt it too. We were like, oh my god, look at her,
Aw.
she's so cute.
Well, with that with that face, how could you not be? But just remember too that things like all these validations, Samantha, is just all reminding you that your loved ones are here. They're seeing every single thing that happens, going forward in the past, the present, the future, and they're guiding you and they're watching you. So anytime you're thinking about something, Grandma as you keep holding Grandma's ring, just ask her, like if you don't, bring her in. And people forget that spirit can change people's minds. They can change things. There's just so much.
Does my grandmother have anything to say?
Well, this one's pushy. Just saying. Like, I thought we gave you a lot. No? Yeah,
And she
Samantha,
wants more.
I think she does. Samantha, you know what? It's kind of funny you just said that because when you just asked me that, your grandmother said when I was talking about the car, it's an accident. That's what it is. Somebody got into it. It's a while back. So ask your mother, father. It feels like you were in the car, but it was supposed to be a very, very like a way worse accident than actually it was. And that they brought that up just to say that I must have been picking up that someone maybe, I don't know if they stole a car and they hit your mom or dad, but there's something like that. I mean, I could be off with the mother and dad. It could be auntie, uncle. I don't know. But just make sure you keep that with you. And again, your grandmother is the one that has said all of this, for me anyway, about where you're going, validating the ring. Samantha, just know that that's what she's giving that is also as a validation, but make sure, you don't let fear step into anything and keep, just keep moving. There's a cross also, a cross. Someone's got someone's cross.
Oh, wow.
That cross is connected to the ring?
No. But that's the only cross that I know of.
No. I mean, it's on the actual chain?
Yeah, it's all together. Yeah.
Wow. And I promise you, I did not see that.
No, Stephen, I couldn't see it. What a beautiful validation of her grandma.
Wow.
Beautiful,
You asked
yeah.
for grandma next to the ring? That's grandma. So, Samantha, it's all about that.
And Samantha, was your grandma very like she had no filter? She would just say whatever the hell she wanted to say?
Yeah. She could
As
be, yeah.
Stephen was saying, she was pushy. I just got, oh my gosh, she would just say, she had her opinions about people and about family, and she really didn't care. She'd just say them. And that's who she was. But it came from love. It didn't come from a place of like, it was because she loved people.
I love that. I love that, Debbie. Except for you, though. There's no judgment. There's no nothing with you. Only you're like the golden child. You're the perfect child.
I am. My grandmother used to call me the golden child.
Oh,
God. Oh my God. Just to let you know, Grandma's here. I love it. I love that you just had me say that. Samantha never has left your side. So just make sure you keep that with you. It's always, always with you, Samantha. So, and again, you got such beautiful stuff coming up. Thank you for letting us do this, Samantha. This has been
Thank
so
you
great.
guys so much.
I love it. I just want to take that personality and just keep it with me when I'm having crappy days. Samantha, just saying. So send me some white light.
Thank you guys so much.
you're so welcome. Oh, Stephen,
Debbie.
that was amazing and beautiful.
But seriously, these for both of us, Debbie, that the way Spirit just uses us and just to give these messages to people. And one thing that I know I've watched when you do lives, I watch you because I love you, right? And I know how connected
And
you are.
likewise.
But I'll tell you one thing that you say, which just it's in my head because I saw some comments that I think when I said the 18th, someone wrote, I can't remember because I don't see it. Like that was my son's whatever, and that is exactly as you've said to your fans and to your followers. That's exactly how this works. You don't have to be in this little square to get a message. That Spirit knows if they look and say my my granddaughter's watching, I'm going to say something that connects to whoever we're reading, but also connects to my granddaughter. Even though she's not there, it's like wink, wink. It's me. It's me. And then I love when people put that up. So like it is a validation for you. And take that, hug it, absorb it, thank your loved ones.
Yeah, because I like to say, Stephen, too, that, you know, we know spirit is such an amazing infinite intelligence. So when I was teaching, I would always use the phrase, listen, we all work hard enough. We're going to work smarter, not harder. And I feel that's the way spirit uses mediums as channels. So we, you know, because it takes energy. So they are so intelligent. They know. And I love that the people who are here understand that, like you just said, like you saw that comment, and that they understand that and can take that with them.
I love that. You know, and again, I want to say this honestly and make sure everyone understands it's not about me. It's not coming from me. But honestly, this is my first reading or live with another medium, because people that know me will reach out to me or say, you know, do you know, I don't know, a psychic or another, you know, if they want someone who does cards or so, or whatever the case may be. And I am very reluctant to give anybody unless I personally know them, right? And I would never have done this with someone that I didn't know was seriously at the caliber that the ethical caliber that I'm at. And I know how spirit loves you, Debbie. I know how talented you are. And I just thought, if I'm going to do my first double Facebook Live, it's got to be with Blondie. It has to be. Seriously, it's got to be, because it's just, your energy is so friggin' pure. And I know that's why you've got so many followers, is because they see that. They know that. You're beautiful. Seriously.
Stephen, likewise. And I say to you, like attracts like, right? And you have the people that I have talked to, my closest inner circle, I have said to them, he has the most beautiful, authentic, he's just real. What you see is what you get. And your energy is contagious. Even like when you get on my live and you're like, Deb, I'm like, Stephen, you know.
I do the same.
And your people they love you. I get on your lives, I see them. I feel as though we work from the heart. We work heart centered. It's about like, and I said this to you before we got on. I said, I am just so grateful that you have never done this, and you would do that. I have fought this path my whole life, that you would invite me to do this with you. And it means the absolute world. I have so much gratitude that you would trust me. And I love that we, I said this before we got on, with about same thing with professionalism. And, we hold ourselves to this, we work from a place of integrity and professionalism, and, truly, and very heart-centered. And I said to you, I said, I can't wait to see what happens tonight. I said, because I feel like we both connect, and you get two really, heart-centered, good, strong people together who just want to just help people, help, inspire, just point them in the right direction. And, and the way it all worked, I love the way how, like, you helped some of my people that I knew, some of your people.
I know. And this is, believe me, this is not the last that we're going to do of this, because this is just so much fun. But before I forget, I want to make sure people know that don't know you, Debbie. How do they find you? How do they make an appointment with you? Like give that information.
Oh, sure. And then after that, you jump right in, so my people know where to find you, because I see they're over here as well. My website is my name. That's right there, DebbieSquazzaro.com. I also have singingmedium.com too as a domain. All of the services that I offer on my website are also in person and Zoom. So I do them in person and Zoom. So you can find all of my services on my website. I'm also on, just like Stephen, on social media. I am on oh my gosh, Facebook, Instagram. I also have a YouTube channel in which, for 10 of my years, or 23 years that I was a teacher, 10 of those years I sat with clients and I had my business. I did two things for 10 years. So I started a YouTube channel because many people were asking me the same questions about death, dying, and the other side, and metaphysical things. So I'm on YouTube under Debbie Squazzaro Evidential Psychic Medium. And and I have a Zoom event coming up August 1st. If anybody, it's limited to 8 people. if anybody's interested in that. And I have a few local events, and those are on my website under events. So that's me, where you can find me. And
I love that.
even tell my people too, when you tell them where to find you. We didn't talk about your notes, which is I love that you do your tell my people or your people, everybody, about notes that you do.
No, thank you. And I want to get to a place that you can just like pick up your phone and go, yo, Medium, and then I pop up, right? So I think that would be really cool. But I'm under Stephen the Medium everywhere on social media. And one thing that I do is called a whisper in a note. And I love doing this. I mean, I do readings too. I have an office in Stoughton that I still haven't opened up. I swear I'm getting there. I haven't opened up since COVID, but I will, because I love doing in-person readings. But my readings are Zoom when you go to my website, stephenthemedium.com. But the whisper in a note is you purchase a whisper in a note, and I actually will do this. I have a note here like this, and I meditate, ask, in the process of selecting whisper in a note, you can pick, if you want it from your mother, your father, you can pick just surprise me, whichever you want. And say you pick your father, you want to hear from your father. I meditate, and then I ask your dad to step forward. He stands right next to me, and he dictates to me what he wants me to write in this note. And these notes, if anyone has got them here, they're filled. This page, the back page, all completely filled. And it really is a message that, in this particular example, your dad writes to you and gives validations. It's like a reading, but the great thing about a whisper in a note is that it's not only tangible, because you get this mailed to you, but when I send it to you, you click a link, it's via email, and when the link opens up, there's the software that I use that this is scanned in, so you actually on the where the link brings you, you see the note, and I will go through in this recording, like my little circle face is there, and I actually read every sentence and go through every emotion your dad's giving me and exactly what the sentences mean. And what the coolest thing is that I did my last note I did a couple of days ago. When I was done, they had me sign it with a D and an R, the letter D like David and the letter R like Robert, and they were on each side of the corner of the note. And the great thing too is, if you can do this in a reading, you can do a reading with me and actually select a note. And before the reading starts, I actually show you what's in the note so that I don't have an elf as the reading's going on saying, oh, you just talked about the mother. This is the mother's name. And it's then written. It's already written. But the D and R that I wrote down at the end of that reading, her cousin came through that she was very, very close to, and the cousin's father was passed. And I didn't know that. And actually, they came through in the reading, but it wasn't a lot. And when I read the note to her, and I said D and R, I said, I don't know what that is. And she said, my cousin's first name's D, David, and his father's Robert. It was just wild how they separated the D and R on the note. So it's, Debbie, thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yeah, I love
to bring that, because a whisper in a note is really cool. I love doing it. And if you want to send it as a gift, they don't even have to see me. Like they get an email from me, they click it, it opens up, there's the note, you see me explaining the note, and it's a great thing. It's a really great thing. So I love doing it. Plus I love doing readings, so you can go to my website and book appointments too. Every Wednesday at 5:00 p.m. I do a live radio show called Through the Static. So you can find that on my website. And Thursday nights I tap. I've been tapping a tap dancer for, no, I'm kidding.
I'm like, really? This man's so gullible. I'm like, Stephen, I didn't know that. And he was just shaking his head behind the scenes. I can see him going, oh, boy.
It did. It sounded good. It just felt like the flow needed to go there. Maybe I'll take that up. Who knows? So, and one thing also for everybody to know, like Debbie, if you go on my Stephen the Medium YouTube, we started, me and my husband, what's called Steelix the series. There's 2 episodes out. The third one's coming out Thursday. It's always Thursdays at 8 p.m. And you've got to check them out, the first, the second. They're just the silly Stephen with my amazing husband. And the second episode, we're all in Puerto Rico, but the third episode is a lot of New York stuff because we just went to New York. And it's just, if you just want to laugh on our expense, go to Stephen the Medium's YouTube because it's a fun series, and we combine Stephen and Elix, so we're known as Steelix. And that Facebook page is coming, I swear, the Steelix Facebook page. So
I hope so.
I maybe I shouldn't say that. Someone's going to go grab it. I don't know. Listen, my beautiful friend Lori Izzo.
Oh my God! I was just going to say
You were gonna say that?
we have to give a shout out. I was just, Stephen, are you a psychic medium?
I maybe. I don't know. I love that. I just, you know what? In my head, I can't even say her last name because I've known Lori for so long. As I told you, Debbie, we met at Sambo's, right? The first job. Lori Izzo to me. And I fell in love with her. And if I was straight, we'd probably be married, Lori. She's so cute. I'm so cute. It didn't turn out. I went down the gay road, but Lori, I love you. And I haven't seen Lori in ages. I think we should get together with Lori.
Absolutely.
I would love that. That would be the best.
Absolutely.
Lori is the best.
Put it
She's
on the
best
calendar.
energy. Yes, the best energy, the most adorable runner. I love her. I love Lori. So I'm so glad that she's here.
And one of the things somebody had mentioned in the comments, they wanted to know if there was a recording of this. So all you guys have to do is just go back to either Stephen's page or my
Or
page.
yours.
Right, either page, and the replay will be there. I believe it automatically posts, right, Stephen?
Yes, yep, it will. Yeah, it doesn't. I already have all the settings set up, so it will be there, just like a Facebook Live. So, and it actually will also go to my YouTube channel too. So, which is a great thing. And almost 2 hours in, I told Debbie I'd love to stay, but I have court tomorrow. I gotta take care of these kids that I represent. So I have an early hearing tomorrow morning. But first and foremost, Debbie, I love you.
Right back
You're
at you.
the best.
Love
And
you
I'm
more.
sorry we didn't get to all of you guys, but we're gonna do this again, Debbie.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Now that we kind of got a little thing, we'll see. Maybe we'll go buzz through those numbers even faster.
Exactly. Hey, this was our first time, right?
Right. We had to figure it out.
I seriously, I haven't heard that in a long time. This is your first time.
I could
Just
say
saying.
something right now, but I'm gonna be quiet. I could be very X-rated right now, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Debbie, I love you. You guys that came on, I love every one of you. Thank you for coming on. And everyone who got to read, thank you for allowing us to do this.
I know. Thank you for sharing time and space with us. We were so excited to do this. So we thank you so much. Thank you.
And as I said, you can't get rid of me. As soon as this is over, Debbie, I'll text you in a minute.
Oh, sounds good. I love it.
Listen, good night, everybody. Have a great night.
Oh, bye, everyone.